Hello and welcome to Fourth and Forever. This is a sports podcast mainly about football. We'll be talking about college and NFL. We have segments such as Noah Knows and Chris Rants. Those are really our only two. But we'll be going over our big games of the week. We'll talk about mainly the top 25 ones for college, and the NFL we'll talk about the main big ones, the good ones. So please enjoy. This is all satire. Obviously, we're going to have sports takes, and we're going to go crazy about them. If our team does bad one week, we're going to want to rip their heads off. If they do good, we're going to want to pay them $1 million right then and there. But please enjoy. Please like and subscribe. Hello, and welcome to Fourth and Forever. This is our podcast. I am your host, Dylan.
That's going to get it out.
I'm going to give you guys a second to collect yourselves.
Yeah. Let's
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Christian.
That's Christian, and
I'm fat ass Noah.
Makes sense.
all right.
You're taking up about half of my screen right now.
Anyways, let's get into it. We're going to go ahead by listing off the teams that we kind of follow with football. Who wants to go first?
I feel like that we should start off with the old little Florida Gators. Florida Gators.
We didn't list the teams that we
And-
follow, sir.
We didn't
Oh,
the team.
we're listing the teams off. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad. I thought
Who
we
wants
were
to go
just
first?
talking about. Well, the teams that I follow, I mainly follow in football, just mainly NFL over college. I follow the Buffalo Bills, and I also follow the Ole Miss Rebels.
Here comes the sun.
And down there is the kid that's not an undefeated team in the SEC.
Okay. I follow the Florida Gators, sadly. Very sadly.
Mhm.
Die. And I also follow the Saints. I suck. All the way around. I just suck.
You just suck
We know.
dick in general, dude.
Thank you, I know.
All right. I am a Notre Dame fan. Tough loss to Miami. And a Chicago Bears fan. Very tough loss to Minnesota. About 15 minutes ago as we were recording this.
Very fresh.
Very fresh. Very fresh. Very deep scars. You can already see the blood starting to run out of our arms basically right now.
Literally.
Anyways,
And
Yes,
all the
yeah.
hopes
Chris-
running out of
Here.
going to a title.
let's go ahead and let's start with our first topic. What the fuck, Florida? What the fuck? Noah, you want to take
Let's
this one away?
let's go to their schedule real quick. After beating Long Island University, which is a college that nobody's ever heard of, and they were going in hyped, going up against South Florida, hoping to go 2-0, and they went. Not only should I mention, Dylan, you can agree with me on this. This was, I'm not going to even lie, the slowest, most pathetic game I have ever watched. Like, I would rather watch paint dry over watching the Florida Gators play against South Florida again. Like, that's just terrible. And a loss, losing 18-16 to South Florida. And Noah said he has something to say about them. So, Noah, we are all ears.
I said I'm going last. Dylan's going second.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
All right, so I have a lot of notes from this weekend from NFL and college. I watched several games. For the NFL, mainly was Red Zone. But so these are my notes on Florida and USF. Napier is not the answer. That is the first line, and that will always be the first line. He is not the answer. He will never be the answer. He needs to go back to coaching Conference USA teams. Defense looks solid, except when USF started going towards the sidelines. They cannot run sidelines. They're mainly a middle defense kind of guy. You know, Lagway looked very shaky. I don't think Napier's offense fits around him, and his scheme definitely does not help him. I believe if you're going to be a dual threat kind of guy, you need to have the Gus Malzahn effect. Like, look at what he's doing with Castellanos. Castellanos was bad at Boston College. Comes to FSU, and now he's balling out. Jaden Baugh is the GOAT. In the first half, I saw a stat where he was literally averaging 10 yards a carry in 10 carries. Pretty crazy. Big Jaden Baugh guy. This is a hot take here, so everybody get ready. Cue the sirens, cue the alarms. Byron Brown might be a Heisman dark horse. He might be. He might be the Ashton Jeanty of this upcoming season. Also, mini Calvin Johnson on USF. Kind of looked like Calvin Johnson fell down the stairs, but he did have a tutty and 75 yards. And then, obviously, we have to talk about the last thing, which was Brendan Beck getting thrown out of the game just days for spitting, just days after Jalen Carter gets thrown out of the game. So I think this could kind of be a conspiracy theory. I think it kind of relates between Taylor Swift and Elon Musk. Taylor Swift's music, it's like it makes you want to spit on people. And Elon Musk has that money, just that fuck you money where he can spit on people. So I think he kind of took that from Jalen Carter, sucked it through Taylor Swift's music, and then also was like, yo, Elon Musk is kind of cool. He might drive a Tesla. You never know. And then just spit on that O-lineman.
You know what? That probably explains the huge loss to USF then if they were listening to Taylor Swift before a game. It could be a huge factor on why the defense looked like they were playing like fourth graders instead of a college football team. Could be also the reason why the entire game moved as fast as my grandpa did at my father's wake the other day. What's so funny, guys?
Nothing.
Oh, is it
Sorry,
the fact that my
say that line?
my
It didn't
father...
come out. It didn't come out correctly.
Oh, my father is dead, and my grandpa is there, and he moved very slow.
Thank you.
But overall, I just think that Florida needs to get it together. I don't know, like for the rest of the season, they're going to have tough matchups. They're going to have pretty tough matchups. They need to get their head straight if they want to win that natty. I still have that little touch of faith or hope in Florida that if they really do truly pull it together, maybe, just maybe, they can pull something together. But they need to actually like put in the work.
See, Fat MJF at the bottom here looks like he's disagreeing with you. I would love to hear this back and forth.
Let's go, MJF. Let's hear what you got.
If we won't go back and forth, I just want to state my overall opinions on Florida at the moment.
Go for it. Let's hear it.
Okay. I get USF beat Boise State. But Boise State's nothing without Ashton Jeanty. Nothing. And that was proven.
Mm-hmm.
Spitting on players. Spitting. What the fuck are we? What are we doing? All right. This came out today. Brendan Brett said he's sorry. Oh, and what did Billy Napier say? We don't know the course of action will be taken because he feels remorseful. I don't fucking care. Sit him for 4 games. Sit him rest of the fucking season. He cost us the game completely. A 15-yard penalty that gave yourself that extra fucking push. No! Suspend his ass. Billy's not the guy. Billy's a fucking clown. All right? That's why he was coaching at Raging Cajuns before. I don't know why the fuck we decided to pick him up. Maybe they thought, oh, he was the guy. Let me tell you a little factoid about Scott Strickland, our fucking AD. 5 out of the 9 coaches he hired either gave up on the team or abused their players. But you know what Scott Strickland got? Fucking like 3-year extra extension at Florida for another $1 million. This is our AD, people. This is our fucking AD. He sucks. He sucks. Florida sucks. 1-11 incoming. Watch it happen. We won't beat LSU. We won't beat Texas. After that Mississippi State game, I'm sadly going to the game. We're not going to fucking win. Kentucky might just blow our ass out this year. It sucks dick. We're going to go 1-11. My 10-2 prediction, gone. My $1,000, gone. We fucking suck, dude. It is so bad in Florida. We're spitting on players. We're just spitting on players. But no action because he feels remorseful.
at least he feels remorseful, you know? Like he could just be like, "Fuck
I
you."
feel
You know?
I feel the remote I feel like the sorry and the remorse from here. I feel it. I feel it in my heart. Maybe next week he goes in listening instead of maybe he'll listen to Mariah Carey or Rihanna or something instead of
Oh
Taylor
yeah, I
Swift.
think he should probably get some Riri in
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah. I'm not fucking done. This is Marco Wilson part 2 for me. Marco Wilson broke my heart back in 2020. All right, he broke my heart back in 2020. And guess who's breaking it again? Brendan fucking Brett. All right. Billy should be fired by the end of the season, if not the middle of the season. Billy Napier is 20-20 at Florida. Dan Mullen, the guy who gave up, was like 30-15. All right. 30-15 against the guy who was 20-20. Dan Mullen gave up on the fucking program. Billy Napier obviously hasn't. Props to him for not. But you're still 20-20. It's just bullshit. It's the same shit, same revolving door every year. A coach comes in, oh, they look good for like half a season. Like last season, we won out like the last 4 or 5 games. We beat Ole Miss. Fuck you. We still own you. But LSU, they're gonna own our ass next week. They'll have our ass Saturday. FSU, they're getting the Gatorhead this year. They're getting it. It's probably gonna be a blowout game. Probably. They'll probably score over 50 on us with how good they look. And with how bad we look.
Let's just mention by the third quarter by the start of the third quarter, I believe they scored 70 on their last opponents.
They
Just
also
mentioning
played
that statistic.
Another weird statistic that I heard today: they played 4 different quarterbacks and 9, the number after 8, 9 different running backs. Just want to jot that down real quick.
And they still scored up to 70 points. So let's just imagine what they might do to Florida. Are you finished?
Done. No.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Gotcha.
I have
he's not
more to
done.
say.
Okay,
Oh, he's still going. Let him take it.
he's angry. He is an angry boy.
The post-game conference that Billy gave was the most horseshit thing I've ever fucking heard in my life. They asked him, how do you move on from this? He said, we got to look at tomorrow. No, you don't look at tomorrow at all. Look at the fact that you just got beaten by a D-tier team, and you turned us into a D-tier team at that. There was no poise on the field. DJ Lagway looked like shit because he looked like he didn't want to be there. The offense looked like shit. They didn't want to be there. Shut up. DJ Lagway looked like shit, and you know it. He didn't play good. He didn't look good. Nothing.
No. I 100% agree with you. I would just like to say,
Go ahead. Say whatever you got to say.
it's beat, not beaten. Beaten is the wrong
I'm
vocabulary. Oh, okay. Got it.
For 60 minutes straight, we got bullied by USF. We got dick down in the ass. Anal, no lube.
Straight blood.
Straight blood. We'll fall like a river. All right? It sucks. It sucks to be a Florida Gator. It's not great to be a Florida Gator. It sucks.
To that, or should we run through the storylines?
Actually, one more thing. One more thing.
Okay.
DJ Lagway said whenever he came to Florida that if Billy Napier left, he would leave too. Is Lagway playing for Florida or is Lagway playing for Napier?
Throughout there. Let's go to the now 2-0, not 1-1. 2-0 Ole Miss Rebels.
We still own you. We still own you. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you over UCFs or USFs or whatever their name. Their dick is hitting you straight in the mouth right now. And Florida. If you want to spit on it too, just to lube it up so it's easier. Let's look at the 2-0 Ole Miss Rebels. Now Simmons, I'm not gonna lie, he didn't have the best game. Austin Simmons. He went 13 for 24, had 2 interceptions. Wasn't really the best. Had some pretty good yardage. I won't deny that. But let's look at Kawan Lacey. 28 carries for 138 rushing yards and a touchdown. That kid looks it looks pretty spicy. It looks pretty good. I don't know, Jim. What would John Gruden call it? What would John Gruden call it? He looks like You hear that? He looks like a dog. Woo! Ole Miss looked great out there up against the Kentucky Wildcats, winning against them 30-23. Did you okay, since we're showing scoreboards real quick, do we want to show USF versus Florida scoreboard real quick?
I'm gonna chime in real quick here on the Ole Miss Kentucky game.
Okay, gotcha.
Austin Simmons and his interceptions scare me. So far in the 2 games he's played, he's had 2 in each. The first game was a cakewalk against some bum-ass school, right? But Buddy threw 2 interceptions against them, and he was supposed to absolutely demolish them. This one was an SEC opponent against an okay Kentucky squad in Kentucky. It's starting to get a little worrisome to the point where Lane Kiffin after the game he wasn't himself. He was furious. Like, he had that just kind of mad look on his face, like that angry dad look you get. Also, I want to talk about Zach Calzada on his, like, 4th or 5th school. It's time to hang him up. Dude, I mean, Lane Kiffin just looked so bad in that interview. He looked so mad and just done. He might want to kill himself.
I'm not gonna lie, the Austin Simmons, I'm not denying you are correct. Seeing Austin Simmons' stat line real quick between the 2 games, he is at 576 yards. He has a 70.0 quarterback rating. He has 3 touchdowns, yet he has 4 turnovers of the season right now.
Real quick, do we think he's the guy? Do we
personally,
think he is the next
do not
great
think,
Ole Miss quarterback?
I do not think that he is the guy. Honestly, I feel like I don't think that he's going to be that guy. Listen, I'll give him this. He'll have his showouts. He'll have a good pass or 2. His last up against Georgia, he had a long pass of 47 yards. You know, that was good pass. This game, he had a good pass, 55 yards. However, it's just his completion percentage also is looking scary. His past 2 completion percentages were 64.5 up against Georgia and 54.2 in his very last game, going 13 for 24. He looks shaky. I'm not going to lie. I don't think that he could be the guy that is the starter for our franchise. Honestly, I don't think that he should be.
Well, he's also really, really young too. I think he's a redshirt freshman, but he still has a redshirt sophomore. He has so much to prove. Lane Kiffin, he's a quarterback whisperer, and I think he's gonna find his guy no matter what. But just give him time. I mean, he's really young. He has a good zip on the ball. He kind of reminds me of a freshman Tua. Or a younger-esque Tua. Not like now the Tua. I'm talking about Alabama Tua right when he first came in for Jalen Hurts. He can zip the ball. He has decent deep shots, but questionable accuracy.
So, I do agree that Ole Miss, right now, as of standing right now, they are a pretty good team. They're not bad in any way, but they need to get their defense under control. I get it. Kentucky does have a decent team this year, but allowing Kentucky to score 23 points and making the game that close is going to hurt you in the long run to getting into the playoffs. All right. Austin Simmons is not developed yet, which is okay. He's a sophomore. It's his 2nd year. Is it his first year starting?
Yes.
Yeah, his first year starting. His yards are good for the amount of completions he does have. Like you said, accuracy needs to get down, but that defense really needs to step up if Ole Miss wants to be a top program. As much as I despise Ole Miss for a lot of things they've done to the Gators in the past, they're a damn good team. They were a damn good team when we played them last year, and it'd be fun to see them in the playoffs. That's all I got to say.
Nope. Let's go ahead and run through these storylines real quick. Just get them out the way. Did y'all see Fran Brown, the coach of Syracuse, after they won against UConn in OT? By the way, he made them run sprints.
I did see that.
That's a
That
dog
was-
move.
Listen.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I respect it. Listen, if I was a coach, if you aren't making it up to the expectations that I have taught y'all to be, I don't know. I would also have to make sure that you guys learn. You gotta learn.
Mm.
You need to reach expectations. Your coaches know what they are talking about. They are there to teach you.
Really, Syracuse is not a good team. They're not a bad team, though. They're a pretty decent team, like C tier, especially being in the ACC, which can be a hard conference. All right. But whenever you get to overtime with UConn, you need to start changing things around. UConn is a basketball school, not a football school. They've never been a football school, never will be. When you start losing to UConn, there's something wrong in your program and you need to fix that immediately. If Florida lost to UConn, call me a Bama fan. All right. Just call me a Bama fan.
All right. Other just quick little ones we'll just breeze by. USF collected a $500,000 check to play Florida and beat them. Ryan Williams is in concussion protocol. South Carolina and South Carolina State was delayed several hours due to serious weather issues in the area, just lightning, bullshit like that. And we have possible catch of the year, Jacoby Lane. Did y'all see any of the Illinois-Duke game?
Did not, but
I did not watch.
I know Illinois won.
I think Altmaier could win Davey O'Brien, Johnny Unitas, and possibly even a Heisman dark horse. He looked really, really good. He was very accurate, smart decision making. Caden Fagan is an absolute unit, and Hank Beatty, or Beatty, however you say it, is Hunter Renfro 2.0 in college. On the other side, for Duke, I do still believe in Darian Mensah. He's my Heisman favorite for next season if Manny Diaz can figure things out for him. Andrea Anthony was like Waffle House in the end zone. He is always open. 2 touchdown grabs for him. Anybody else thoughts and onions on that?
I did not watch it, so no thoughts and onions.
Christian, thoughts and onions?
I didn't really watch it. However, I don't really have a thoughts and onions on this one except that wide receiver.
All
Just
right, we have our next game is going to be ISU Iowa in state rivalry. This one was at ISU. It was a boring game. Gronowski looked meh. Can't really throw the ball, but he can run pretty decent. Beck could be the real deal and could lead this team to the Big 12 championship, but dead-ass boring game and really boring rivalry. Maybe it was better like years ago, but now it's just kind of boring. Like, I really wanted to see some blood. I want to see some hate. I wanted to see helmets ripped off. I wanted to see a Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph clash. I need to see someone get hit with a helmet.
I'm going to play football.
I mean, there are some rivalries that usually you want to spark up. You want to see players grabbing other players' face masks or getting into fights. We're talking like you want to see a rivalry game. You want to see Michigan versus Ohio State. That's the kind of energy you want to see in every single rivalry game you see. However, sometimes some teams just cannot spark it up. They try and spark it up, and it's like little petty arguments or little petty like taunts or whatever. No, that's not what we're wanting to see. Sometimes we need to see something interesting.
Watch it.
Alrighty, let's move to the next rivalry game that has been rehashed from 2012, I believe. 2012, 2013. Kansas, Missouri. SEC and Big 12 rivalry. I mean, last time that it's really been big was like that last game before Missouri joined the SEC.
Yeah.
Jalen Daniels looked good, honestly, but the team around him just failed. They couldn't get the run game. And that's their biggest weak point about this team. And if they even want to grace the top 15, they need to get a good back that fits their system. They need to find somebody, pull someone out of the dorm room, rip them out. I don't give a shit. Get a running back. And then, other side of the ball, Bo Burbila looked really good. He had some good deep balls, consistent passing, and I think he could be a really good Mizzou quarterback. Possibly up there with Drew Lock the Horsecock.
You think so?
Horsecock.
It's possible.
Nah, he's pretty good.
I'm not saying it's like gonna happen. I'm just saying it could happen. Could.
Yeah. I do want to give props to Kansas though for hanging 31 on an SEC school.
That's crazy.
That's pretty good.
Gotta give props wherever it's due. You gotta give respect.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, throwing 2 touchdowns on him. He had the interception, but 18 for 30, 2 touchdowns, 223 passing yards, along with 1 rushing touchdown. Not that many rushing yards with 17 and 10 carries, but still playing that good against the SEC school, it's something to count for unless you're a really bad Vanderbilt team or you're Arkansas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So props to Kansas.
Big props to Kansas on that one.
I kind of wish they would have won because fuck Mizzou. And Bo looked amazing. He definitely will be the next Drew Lock as a horsecock. He will be.
Perfect. And then we got A&M Utah State. I didn't really watch this game, but I watched the highlights for it. Marcel Reed, he looked pretty decent. He did get injured slightly though, but he walked off with 0 problems. Le'Veon Moss is a dog and will be an amazing RB in the NFL. I think he could have a really good career. And then Casey Concepcion, he looked like a really good receiver this year. I think he had 2 touchdowns this last game against Utah State, and that was a great pickup. That was a fantastic pickup. And, I mean, Mike Elko, go you, buddy, but not next week. What's the next one?
I do want to give props to Utah State for also hanging 22 on an SEC school.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, got to give props where it's due.
Mad props on that one.
Oh, and Notre Dame will win the game.
Utah State trying to come back within the last 2 quarters with 8 points in each quarter, but never really saw a huge execution.
You're not the Bills.
Not Crimson Tide.
No, they're later. I'm talking about one of the hardest atmospheres to play in college football, 26.
Oh, FSU.
The Florida State Seminoles playing their hardest opponent yet. East Texas A&M.
Read off the score.
77-3.
Just give us the stats real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me just throw this stat in here. By the third quarter, they had 70 points.
Woo! Got to bring out Rick Flair on that one.
It's kind of hard to give statistics on this one since they ran through so many quarterbacks in this game. It was an unbelievable game. I just mentioned. Let me see. Can I get some stats in here? If we're comparing East Texas A&M, they had a total of 197 yards. Let me just mention this again. A total of 197 yards. They had 2 turnovers. They had 7 penalties for 55 yards. They were 3-12 on 3rd down conversions, and they were 0 for 1 on 4th down conversions. Now, if we're looking over at Florida State, which I think their coach got their shit together just out of nowhere. A total amount of yards of 729 yards total. They only had 1 turnover. 29 first downs. They had 3 penalties only for 35 yards. They went 10 of 14 on third down conversions. Not only that, but they went 3 for 3. They had a 100% completion percentage on fourth down conversions. How do you look at Florida State and not think these kids are going they're not going far. These kids had a total of 368 passing yards along with 361 rushing yards.
I want to add in that Samuel Singleton Jr. averaged 20.5 yards that game, rushing. Four carries, 82 yards, 1 touchdown.
First off, I do want to start with the question: is FSU back? Up for debate.
In my opinion, if they show up against Kent State next week, which I'm pretty sure, let's see, they're playing at home against Kent State. If they show up with the same energy, the same atmosphere that they had against Alabama, let me just mention that, who are ranked number 8 in the SEC, and East Texas A&M, if they go in against Kent State dropping touchdown after touchdown like they just did, I believe that I might set in a ticket. They got a ticket to the playoffs. I'm setting it in right there.
Dylan?
I don't know, because here's the thing. They play Miami this week. Or not this week. They play Miami coming up soon. And Miami is a difficult team. You have a old Carson Beck and a fantastic defensive line. So I think they could make the playoffs, but they'll be a very low seed and have to go on the road. And I don't know how they'll do on the road. Like, for me, I don't view them as having that special guy on defense. They don't have that Harold Perkins. They don't have that, like, last year's Jack Sawyer. They don't have Abdul Carter. They have, at best, like just a rando. And I think that's their biggest weakness right now. They have really good secondary. Linebackers are decent. They don't have a good pass rusher. But their offense, for me, top 5 in college football right now.
Whoa. Just in college football this year or?
This year. Not all the time.
Okay, I was about to say.
Castellanos, if he keeps this up, he will be a Heisman candidate. And yet again, he's had another beautiful deep ball. And Gus Malzahn could be their savior. He really could be that savior that they've needed for years at this point.
So gonna answer the question of, do I think Florida State is back? I don't know yet. Yes, they beat Alabama. That's also one game. Yes, they beat East Texas A&M, but that is a low, bottom of the barrel school. They do play Kansas State, also a bottom barrel of the school. Then they go on the road to Virginia. Virginia's not that good. They'll get beat. I will believe Florida State is back if they do beat Miami by at least 1 touchdown. Not a close score. 1 or 2 touchdowns is what I'll give them for them to be back completely.
I'm gonna put in a score bet then for Miami.
Okay.
Anyone who wants to tag along, go right ahead. But I'm going to put in a score bet. I'll throw in $5 into the pot. I have FSU. You gotta think Miami has to come into the FSU stadium.
Joe Campbell.
Chops are going to be chopping. Fans are going to be screaming and yelling their favorite song. You think Miami's not going to crumble under that pressure?
And he just placed a bet.
No, my
Don't worry.
hit.
don't worry, we will be talking about parlays on Christian, whatever my thing is called. Christian's Rants. I'm going to bring up prize picks and the parlays that I think will hit in the NFL this week. Anyways, continuing. Miami has to come from Miami all the way to FSU. They have to come into their stadium and try and win. I get it. Carson Beck. You got Latina power. Carson Beck this,
Latina
Carson Beck that.
Latina power.
I think that Carson Beck is going to crumble under the pressure because he, deep down, I think he's a fraud. And I'm just going to say it right now.
That is a
He
hot
is
take.
Hold on.
He is a fraud. Did you not see him in Georgia?
Take. That is...
Even in Georgia, I'm just going to say it right now. I think Carson Beck is a fraud. Listen, you saw him in Georgia. He was a pretty good quarterback, pulled off some pretty decent wins, especially against Alabama. We all saw that game. Here is the problem, though, was his accuracy. He would do turnover over turnover over turnover. He would have bad turnover problems. I believe he is a fraud. I don't think that he's going to do good under that FSU pressure. So I got to take FSU at home up against Miami, and I will throw in for funsies. I'll throw in the score. I believe that FSU is going to beat them. We'll do 41-28. I believe that they're going to win 41-28 up
Do you have
against
a
Miami.
your pick, Mr. Corso?
I don't understand.
I want to add on to this. I just came up with the score in my head right before Chris said it. I have Florida State winning because Doak Campbell is a hard state to play into whenever Florida State is good. I believe they're good this year. Final score for me will be 41-30. I do not agree that Carson Beck is a fraud.
Breck.
I don't think he's a fraud. Huh?
Breck.
Fuck you. I don't
You
believe
said
Carson.
it. You fucking said it. Carson Breck. You're thinking breakfast, huh, buddy? You got fucking 8 hours until you can eat.
Oh!
Oh! I'm keeping this in.
I know you are. But I don't believe Carson Beck is a fraud. I believe he is the real deal. I don't think he'll win Heisman, but I do think he can at least get Miami to playoffs.
That's not ridiculous to say.
No, it's not.
I agree with you on the Heisman part right now.
Yeah.
He's good for 28 passing touchdowns, but like he's going to get 6 or 7 interceptions. Like,
agreed. Also, want to throw in the fact that Miami plays USF this week.
Upset alert.
Upset alert.
Hot take.
They already had upset against Florida. Upset alert.
I was talking
Miami,
about this today, dude.
Miami will fuck South Florida. All right.
Look, I was talking about this today with a couple guys in class. If USF upsets Miami today, USF not only will punch their ticket to be that power outside the Power 4 school in there, they could be like 2017 US or UCF.
They could.
If
They
they
could
win out, they could just go straight to the playoffs.
perfect season.
But they got to go against Latina power.
Latina power. Carson Beck, Mr. White Boy himself.
Slim Shady himself.
He's leading all the white boys right now. All right.
He is.
Let's face the facts. He's leading all the white boys.
He definitely is. Let's talk about Clemson and Troy really quick before we get to Penn State.
Clemson.
Who wants to start off this Clemson talk?
Me.
I choose Fat MJF.
Cade Klubnik is dog shit. All right. Dog shit. All right. Troy. The other Alabama team that sucks dick. Right?
Hold
Troy.
on. Real quick, we have to also recognize Troy's starting quarterback's name. Goose Crowder.
Goose Crowder.
That is fucking awesome. That is
Goose.
I mean, mid quarterback. But awesome fucking.
That's a great name in college football. Your name is Goose.
Gotta give.
It's like General
gotta give
Booty.
Gotta give it the goose.
Dude, there's what was his name? Duck Storm. All right, there's a guy
Literally.
named Duck Storm.
Or a couple of years
Listen,
ago, we
I
had the
don't-
coldest Crawford.
The
I don't-
Coldest Crawford.
I don't
really
care
cold-
that Crowder threw terribly, but I'm just gonna give him this. He didn't throw not one, not two, but he threw 3 interceptions that game.
I don't give a fuck how he played, dude. He could play like Nathan Peterman a couple of years ago, getting 7 interceptions in the game. His name is Goose Crowder. That is hard. That is
Just
general
bring up
booty
Nathan
level
Peterman
hard.
now.
I do want to throw in the fact that yes, he did throw 3 interceptions, but why was the score still so like tight?
Why did
Most of
Cade
the game.
struggle, dude? Why is Cade struggling against Sunbelt teams? That is terrifying, especially if
The
you're Dabo,
score-
because Dabo is a fraud. You are a fraud, Dabo. Go to the transfer portal. You need to use it. Your team
score-
needs it.
At halftime, coming back from halftime, was 16-3. Clemson was losing. Troy
Yeah.
had a literal 73.6% chance of winning against Clemson.
And let's add in the fact that Clemson wasn't even using most of their starters. They kept subbing in and out. Just why? I'm sorry, but you don't take teams like these lightly most of the time because they will sneak up on you, and they did.
Look, if you're gonna sub in and out against a Sunbelt team, be ready to lose. I mean,
Yeah, unless your coach is Billy Napier.
unless
be
you're
ready
Billy
to win.
Napier. Billy Napier just fucking, he's dumb. He is
You'll
dumb as a
win.
box of rocks. He is dumb as the trash bag hanging on my door right now. He's a fucking
He's just-
moron.
He's as dumb as a guy who lives under a rock named Patrick. All right,
Shout out Peace
Okay.
Thistle.
What
you can't
is
see he's really white. That's Billy Napier.
Why did Penn State start so slow?
You know, blowout loss, but what the fuck? That's
I'm not gonna lie. Penn State up against Florida International. Let's just say this again. Florida International.
The Panthers.
Florida International.
who.
Exactly. You're going up against FIU, Florida International. I'm pretty sure, did they play at home? Yes, they played at home. And all you dropped was 34
They did
on
hold them to a goose egg.
FIU?
They did hold them to a goose egg. I will give them props for that.
Gotta give them that, but
Goose egg.
come on. It's FIU, dude. If you can hold them to a goose egg the entire game, that's cool. But 34, gotta give you the win. Gotta give you the goose egg. You held your penalties down to 1 penalty only for 10 yards. You went 2 for 4 on 4th down conversions. You went 3 for 12 on 3rd down conversions.
FIU could beat us.
FIU had more possession of the ball than you did.
That's scary. I mean,
Something needs to get straightened out here. I'm not gonna lie.
I will say though, Katron Allen looked really good. He could be better than Nicholas Singleton. They have
He
a
did look
crazy
good in his last
backfield,
game.
dude. They have an insane backfield.
Do you want to throw in that Penn State is proving me and Dylan's point of them being frauds? Yes, it was a blowout win, but it was not a good win
James
at all.
Franklin is a fraud. He
Yes.
cannot play. He gets to a certain level where he's like, oh yeah, I could just go and do this, whatever, it doesn't matter. But then he starts playing, like he starts coaching, like he's dumb as shit. Drew Aller
Because he is.
could be a great quarterback in college football if he had the right coach and system. I don't think Penn State is the right coach and system for Drew Aller to truly succeed. I have not seen a good Penn State quarterback come out into the NFL in a very long time. And you're telling me this kid who is 6'4"-ish, he is a perfect build to be a quarterback. But for some reason, Franklin decides, let's just hand it off. You know what? Let's throw it straight downfield. Use every single little piece of this kid's game and he could potentially be the next Josh Allen. He has the size. He has the weight. He has the arm. He has the speed. Use him correctly. God. Texas and San Jose State. Arch played decent. I needed to see that completion percentage go up.
It's a great win. It's a great win. I'll give him that. It's a good win. But it's I shouldn't even say it's a great. It's a decent win. San Jose State, I mean, come on. Arch Manning had a pretty good game that game. Went 19 for 30, had 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, but 19 for 30, that's getting too comfortable with just completions. I don't like it. He's getting too comfortable with just throwing sloppy, and I need to see a little bit more out of him. I need to see how he develops before I think anything of him. But right now, all I'm seeing is he's not getting Heisman. And if he does get Heisman, that Heisman will be the biggest joke in college football.
So I do agree with both. If Arch Manning has no, at this point in time right now, Arch Manning has no hope to win the Heisman. All right. He played decently against San Jose State, but it's San Jose State. You need to get the interceptions down. And like Dylan said, get the completion percentage up. He has the yards, all right, 295 yards. Pretty good game. But completion needs to go up, interception to go down. But he also threw for 4 touchdowns. I want to add that. That's still pretty damn good against San Jose State. But as of right now, no Heisman conversation.
I don't think he's going to be a Heisman conversation for a little while. I think Sark needs to be smarter about Arch. You have this potential generational prospect coming in. Use him like it. Coach him like it. I'm not saying give him special treatment. I'm saying coach him like he's a 2-star. Treat him as if he is the worst quarterback in the room. Build up that confidence in him before this SEC play starts. Because once this SEC play starts, oh boy. And if he loses the Red River rivalry, tongue twister. Thank you guys. He's going to get assassinated.
Do you want to also add in
Hot take.
the SEC play starts with Florida?
Oh, he's got that in the bag.
I'm scared. I'm just scared.
He's got an easy win, dude.
Easy win.
I mean,
right
put FIU over there, and maybe they'll win the game as well, dude.
It's going to be another blowout game for Texas against Florida.
I will name all the teams that literally. You know what? Let's go down the list and name all the teams that have a better record than Florida.
Here is
Oklahoma,
a generational D1 hater right here.
Iowa State, Texas A&M, Ole Miss. Weren't you just talking bad about them?
Ole Miss, we own you right now. All right.
Tennessee, so
yes,
does
they do own you.
not FSU. That's great.
Dude, we lost dude, hold on. The saddest thing about this Florida loss, we lost the fucking MacGuffin. All right, and that sucks.
I saw that, and it's now with dude,
USF
taking that is huge. That's fucking huge. Like,
no, it's not. It's really just.
It's
not.
huge for like deep, crazy college football fans. Like
it is.
If the other people gave a shit about it, it'd be cooler. But honestly, like,
yeah,
it's awesome. It's fucking cool.
USF having MacGuffin, it sucks, but it's like USF has the fucking MacGuffin.
You know how much aura.
Let's just mention that East Tennessee State scored more points. You're welcome.
Okay.
Anyways, the next game we're moving on to.
Let's cover the main game. Oklahoma, Michigan. So I watched it entirely. John Mateer versus Bryce Underwood. Legendary, battle right there. Underwood, he showed his freshman struggles. And Mateer obviously flexed that dick, dude. Michigan ran way too many screens and did not take the training wheels off Bryce at all. They need to use he's a dual threat. They need to use his speed and his strength and everything about him to win. And then I hope he's okay, but there's this one play where I forgot his first name, but Morgan was running this crosser route, and he just got beamed, dude. Definitely got a concussion. He got up and started wobbling around, looking like Tua, and yet again, that was another screen. Very smart, right? But let's talk about John Mateer for a second. Holy shit.
I'm calling him. I'm sorry, but I may want to call. I don't want to call him Mateer. Call him Mater.
Mateer will win the Heisman. If Mateer doesn't win the Heisman,
Mater,
I will cover my body in peanut butter and lick it off myself. He has an amazing ball and literally puts it anywhere he wants. He was throwing sidearms.
Pause.
He was throwing sidearms. He was throwing between like crazy little spaces. Michigan defense.
this kid went.
He looked good, dude.
He went off, dude. 21 for 34, 270 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Not to mention, this kid went for 19 carries, 74 rushing yards. He was the leading rusher on the team, and 2 rushing touchdowns.
Let me throw this in there.
So
Oklahoma's defense looked fantastic to the point where they held Michigan to 0 points in the first half. That's tough.
Not only that, third quarter, they scored 13 points. What happened in the fourth quarter? Held them down, locked them up.
Is Oklahoma back?
Oklahoma is coming back.
Is
I
Brent
feel like.
Venables actually a good coach? Who knows?
And will the Texas
Who
and
fucking
Oklahoma
knew?
rivalry actually be good this year?
Dude, sorry.
knows?
He's
And
getting his
then-
back blown out.
And then there's Bryce Underwood, who went 9 for 24, which is that's disappointing for a quarterback.
So, Underwood is young. He just turned 18 2 weeks ago. And starting at Michigan, this was his first away road game, and it just didn't work out. Next week, I think they play some bum-ass school, and of course, he's going to play good against them, and everybody's going to be like, oh, he looks good again. I don't think he'll look good or great until his junior year. He might not even be there at Michigan anymore because Sherrone Moore is not the answer for them. They have tried for years, and he is not the answer for them. I'm not a believer. Hell, Bryce Underwood might leave and go to LSU where he wanted to go before. He just stayed home because he took huge pay increase. He might go play with Brian Kelly if Brian Kelly doesn't try to kill him.
Right now, they're listed to go up against Central Michigan, and with his stats that he has right now, 30 for 55 with only a 54.5 completion percentage. I don't know how he's going to. I honestly don't know how he's going to pan out. He needs to get that completion percent. Maybe he needs to get that completion percentage a little under control. The accuracy is what needs work. I don't really doubt anything else. He's just a kid, but honestly, I feel like maybe put in someone a little bit older than him to possibly so he can learn from underneath them.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and talk about LSU really quick. I have one word. Fraudulent.
Say it a little bit louder. I couldn't really hear you back
Fucking
there, man.
fraudulent. Brian
There you
Kelly
go.
is still a piece of shit. LSU started off super slow against Louisiana Tech, only scoring a touchdown in the first quarter. Is Nussmeier even dangerous with the ball anymore? Ever since he changed his number from 13 to 18, he is not dangerous at all. Do you guys think he had more aura and swag when he had 13 and could actually play better with 13? 18 just doesn't fit his name. 13 looks so much cleaner, dude. I get it's like a historical number. If you're good, you get this number like number 7. Number 7, obviously, that's going to a fucking dog, dude. 18, though? Look. Stay at 13. 13 has way more aura than 18. That's my same argument with Caleb Williams. He should have paid Keenan Allen for 13. But that's besides the point. LSU
I do want
frauds.
to add.
Brian Kelly, fuck you. That is all.
Okay. So I have a little bit of thoughts and opinions. Grant Nussmeier did look pretty good against Clemson, but Clemson did struggle against Troy. All right. So Clemson just probably isn't that good, but he looked pretty good against Clemson. What happened in that week period between these games that made Grant Nussmeier take a fall?
Garrett.
What happened? There you go. I mean, 26 for 41, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. While the other quarterback, what's his fucking name? Trey Cook. All right.
Trey Cook? Mr. Cook himself?
Cook. All right.
2 Cooks is crazy.
Dude, 12 for 18. Didn't even throw a single interception. I mean, he played like shit because Louisiana Tech. But why are we struggling against Louisiana Tech? Why? What's happening? These top teams suck. All right, these top teams suck this year. Everybody's falling. Chris?
Not gonna lie, LSU, you're still looking like a bunch of frauds to me. Only beating they beat Louisiana Tech 23-7. Last week I already brought up the penalties, am I correct?
Go ahead and
They
bring them
did
up
worse. They did worse. Both of them did tragic. 9 for 77 yards. Louisiana Tech had 12 penalties for 130 yards, and you guys only dropped 23 on them. Not to mention, you guys gave up a touchdown. You want to know who threw that touchdown? It wasn't Cuck. Wasn't him. It was their backup quarterback. Their backup quarterback threw the touchdown on their defense. Their backup quarterback threw a touchdown on their defense. LSU, I don't want to hear you or your fan base talking about anything about playoffs until you beat a real team. As soon as you guys beat a real team, let me know. Other than that, I don't want to hear anything.
They're still going to cook us, though.
Man. Alrighty.
You guys got to go up against Florida next week. That's obviously going to be an easy win. But, yeah, just let us know whenever you play a real team.
All right, so I saved this one because this was my game of the day. This one went into overtime. And holy shit.
2 overtimes.
Sorry, 2 overtimes. That's not one, but dos. Going for dos. Sponsored by Dos Equis. Love that commercial, by the way. Love Chris Fowler. SMU against Baylor. This was my game of the day.
I heard that game was. I am actually a little pissed off that I had to miss it. But I heard that game was such a good game.
Let me throw
It's our first shootout of the year.
Let me throw a quick stat out there for you. Sawyer Robertson threw 2 of his 4 touchdowns in the final 5.5 minutes of regulation. In the final 5.5 minutes of regulation, he threw 2 of his 4 passing touchdowns. Absolute cinema. Put the meme here.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Absolute cinema. Holy balls, dude. That's crazy. Look, Sawyer Robertson is amazing, and same with Kevin Jennings. This was a great back and forth game, and this was exactly what we needed for a week 2 matchup. And I love overtime games with everything in me. I absolutely love them. The heartbreak, the excitement, everything like that. And we actually haven't talked about one more game too, which I completely forgot, but we will bring up too. Dude, Sawyer Robertson might actually be a good quarterback. Thoughts and
He
onions.
is.
Thoughts and onions, boys. Thoughts and fucking onions.
All right.
You're going 34 for 50, throwing for 4 touchdowns with 440 passing yards, and you think he's a good quarterback? No, that dude is a good quarterback.
He's a good quarterback. I mean, that's insane. Noah, you got thoughts and onions on this game? Because, I mean...
I do. I want to throw in the fact that TJ Hart and Bryce Washington had the same amount of rushing yards, by the way.
Woo!
All right. What was his name? Josh Cameron, 151 yards, 9 receptions, 2 touchdowns for Baylor. All right. The Baylor Bears, of all teams. Robertson, dude. And Jennings, first fucking shootout of the year. And it was a banger. 2 overtimes. Dude. Honestly, as of right now, game of the year. There might be a game that tops this, but for right now, this will never. This no game could top this right now.
Mm-mm.
I keep going back to watch the highlights. It was that good of a game. Everything about it just screamed college football is back.
You want to know what other game screamed that? An
Tell
absolute
us.
upset that we have not talked about. Arizona State and Mississippi State. Holy shit, Blake Shapen has the biggest nuts ever. A deep ball. Dude, you got fucking huge cojones. Literally, dude.
Mississippi State look like fucking dogs.
Let me throw this stat out here for you. In Sam Levitt's first 9 passes, he went 2 for 9 with an interception. That doesn't look like a Heisman candidate to me.
Nope. Against Mississippi State?
Did you guys see how they were practicing with the cowbells? How they just
Yeah.
had like 4 cowbells? No, you're in a stadium full of cowbells. I have been there in that environment. Those cowbells are so fucking annoying. And if you're down near the field, oh, help you, brother. Holy shit. It is horrible. But the defense looked good against a solid quarterback from Mississippi State. And do you guys think Blake Shapen is a little overlooked just because he plays for State?
Yes. 100%.
Yes.
Easily.
I'm looking at the highlights right now as it is. This kid throws beautiful, I'm talking beautiful moon balls. You know what his throws kind of remind me of? I'm gonna sound a little on point for it.
Justin Fields.
I'm gonna say he has no, not Justin Fields.
I love
Russell Wilson can throw a deep ball just like Russell Wilson straight into the pocket. Listen,
The guy
Russell
who cooks
Wilson-
boiling fucking chicken.
Russell Wilson. Have you ever seen him throw a deep
God,
moon ball?
I can't wait to argue. Whenever we do the next NFL segment, I can't wait to argue because I fucking hate Russell Wilson so much. Start Jackson Dart. But yes, I've seen Russell Wilson's deep ball, and I do agree with you. He has a good deep ball.
Now, am I comparing him to Russell Wilson? No. That kid looks better than Russell Wilson did up against Washington.
Snaps for
No.
you.
His deep ball looked just like Russell Wilson on Seattle. But did he look like Russell Wilson at all? No. This kid looks good. This kid looks like he might. I'm just going to say he might be a runner-up. All I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
Time will tell.
Time will tell.
Thoughts and onions, though?
But
Oh.
let me just say one more thing. Sam Levitt, they look like garbage. 10 for 22 for 2 interceptions. You literally only had double-digit yards in passing. You are overrated.
You can go ahead and thank Mr. Skibbity for getting you to the playoffs last year. No? Thoughts and onions?
Ben Chapin,
Blake.
he might be a Heisman runner. He's a dog. He showed it. No pun intended for Bulldogs, but he showed up whenever he needed it. Oh, by the way, fuck Uga. Fuck those Bulldogs. I hate them with all of my heart. But the Mississippi State Bulldogs, they look great. That scares me to my core because we got to play them. It was supposed to be an easy win, but now they're showing their ass. Great.
You know who else you guys got to play? I'm pretty sure you guys play Uga as well.
Yeah, no, I know,
Fucking
but
Uga
fuck Uga. Fuck Uga.
Can't really say that once
But
you're losing by them.
For me, so far, sign of the week comes straight out of Mississippi State. The devil ain't welcoming the Bible Belt. Hard.
Guys,
No?
I
Okay,
feel
fuck all.
like-
All right, fuck y'all.
Go ahead, throw it in. Let's see what's going on.
game of the week. That's what I'm throwing in. We vote on our game of the weeks for our personal game of the week. I will start off.
I think we all have the same game of the week, though.
Yeah.
Should we all just say it?
Yeah.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
SMU.
Baylor,
Baylor, SMU.
SMU.
Yeah.
Fucking dog game. I loved it.
Dogfight.
Great game.
First shootout of the year.
Fucking great shootout.
I loved it.
All right, great session with this one, boys. Not too bad.
Yep.
Hi, guys. It's Christian. Welcome to this segment called Christian Rants. I'm going to be breaking down my picks for NFL Prize Picks parlays for this week.
We are not
This
sponsored
week-
by Prize Picks. We are not sponsored by anybody
We are
at
not
all.
sponsored. We are not sponsored yet. I'll be telling you what my personal picks are for a 6-man parlay. This week we have Travis Kelce. We have a special deal on him. For half a receiving yard, you pick him up. That's going to be easy dub. Jordan Love for less than 229.5 passing yards. Listen, the past couple of games, in his last 5 games, he has only averaged 167.20 yards. He hasn't really gotten over the hump of just that mark just yet, 229, and I don't feel like this game up against Washington and their defense, he's going to do any better. Going on to my third guy, Derrick Henry up against Cleveland. More than 1.5 rushing plus receiving touchdowns. It's Derrick Henry. This dude is a dog. He is a stud. He is King Henry for a reason. His last matchup up against Cleveland was January 4th. He did have 2 rushing plus receiving touchdowns. Next one up, it's a kind of a weird one. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be Johnny Hecker with more than 4 punts. Listen, Tennessee and this Tennessee defense, they have a lot of work to do. They have a lot of improvement that needs to be done, especially in the receiving core. Also, not to mention in the lineman core. And I feel like that there are going to be enough 4 and outs just to get over 4 punts, because last game they had a total of 8 punts, and that was against Denver and their defense. Let's see what Los Angeles might do up against Tennessee. Next one up is going to be, I have CD Lamb for more than 79.5 receiving yards for the entire game. They're going up against New York, coming off of a terrible loss up against Philadelphia. CD Lamb last week did not look the greatest, especially in the second half. He's coming up short. He definitely is angry after that last game and what he's done. He said that he's going to make up for it. He's going to play a lot better. And honestly, I believe it, especially up against the New York Giants and their defense. I feel like CeeDee Lamb, this might be his game. This might be the game that he goes off. And then finally, we have his little handsome self. We got Justin Herbert, aka the Madison Beer Piper himself, with more than 1.5 passing touchdowns. This kid coming out of nowhere, facing up against the Kansas City Chiefs, who just went to the Super Bowl last year, throwing 3 dimes for a touchdown. I'm not going to lie, this kid is looking promising this season, and I cannot wait to see him up against his Las Vegas defense coming up. I'm excited to see what this kid's got. And honestly, he's in my MVP running, and I can't wait to see if he can prove he's got what it takes, and we've been overlooking him. Anyways, that's going to be it for this podcast and for Christian's rants. Hopefully you put in some of these picks or put in all of them, and I hope that I lead you towards a win. That's going to be it. We're going to end this on a Lamar Jackson looking at it.
Go ahead.
We're going to stray away from sports a little bit, talk about music, because Noah knows ball when it comes to music. All right? Shut up, Chris. I can see the face. Today, we're talking about the top 10 Keith Whitley songs of all time. Keith Whitley is a king of country music. I love straight, but as of right now, for this, fuck your straight. All right? Jorge can suck my balls right now. Talk about the king, Keith Whitley. Number 10, we have Don't Close Your Eyes. I don't need to say more. 9, Somebody's Doing Me Right. Somebody is doing me right. And it's Dylan. 8, When You Say Nothing at All. Amazing love song. Amazing guitar. I sing it to Chris every night. 7, I'm No Stranger to the Rain. Like I'm no stranger to McDonald's. 6, Nobody in his right mind would have left her. Number 6, nobody in his right mind would have left her. Do I need to say more? I mean, I was in my right mind and I did leave her, but great song.
Is Sicko Mode
Number
on this
5.
list?
It is not, sadly. Number 5 is Kentucky Bluebird, but fuck the University of Kentucky. Number 4, Miami.
Perfect timing by Shitter Sanders.
The shit difference maker. All right. Number 4, Miami. One of the greatest country songs of all time. Gotta throw that out there. 3, When You Say Nothing at All. I already wait. Fuck, I put that twice. Fuck it. It's both number 3 and number 8. It's just that damn good. All right. Just that damn good.
Go ahead and get your GED so you stop doing that.
Number 2, I'm Over You. I'm never over Christian.
You're over
Number
high
1.
school, though.
Overweight.
Number 1, I'm gonna hurt on the.
Sorry.
Number
He's
1.
got you there.
Number 1. Shut the fuck up. Number 1, I'm gonna hurt her on the radio. Number 1, I'm gonna hurt her on the radio. Hurt her on the radio, like I hurt my chair every day by sitting in it.
Zoom.
And that's all I have today, folks.
This is a chair right now.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and start with our games this week. Christian, I think since you are the big NFL guy around here, our NFL season analyst,
Absolutely.
I feel like you should take the reins on this.
Thank you so much, Sean. Honestly, I'm a little honored.
Go crazy, man. Go crazy.
Starting off with this Thursday, let's look at the Cowboys versus Eagles game for the NFL season opener. With the Eagles winning 24-20, talking about the Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter set a historic record that week, guys. He was the quickest ejected Super Bowl defending champion in NFL history. He got ejected 6 seconds into the game for spitting on Dak Prescott. Gotta give the man his props for getting ejected.
Props.
This was the game that CeeDee Lamb, he put up 7 receptions for 110 yards, but he was a main reason as to why the Cowboys most likely lost their game. He had the most valuable throws to him that could have led the Cowboys to a little bit of a nail biter. Unfortunately, he dropped all 3 passes. I've witnessed them. Noah also witnessed them because I made him watch them. They were some disappointing drops. Dak Prescott having a hell of a game though. He looked really good out there. He looked very, very nice, very fluid out there. He looked pretty decent. However, in order for them to get the gears rolling, they gotta really come together.
Well, I mean, this game had all its ups and downs. We had a weather delay to start it off. Great job, you know. But Dak looked good in certain aspects, but the thing that I took away the most from this game was if Philly doesn't have Jalen Carter on that D line, they're not touching that quarterback. Nobody's getting in there. Jalen Carter is a game wrecker. It's a tough take to say, but if Jalen Carter's not in the game, Philly has to rely on their linebackers too. Their linebackers are good, but they're not really the blitzing type unless Jalen's in the game. If Jalen Carter and Zach Bonner are in the game at the same time, they are locking it in. But other than that, I mean, George Pickens, he did George Pickens things. He had some decent catches, and then, he had a little temper tantrum here and there. And then that fumble right before they stopped the game was pretty fucking funny. It was really funny. And then we just had like an hour delay. I love football. I'm so happy it's back. That was a good rain game.
Noah, we got any thoughts or opinions?
A little bit. I didn't get to watch it. Watched a little bit of the highlights. Both teams look strong. Obviously, Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback, in my opinion. He played a better game. Both didn't throw any touchdowns, but Jalen did run for 2 touchdowns and 14 carries? Shit.
Yeah, 14 carries.
14 carries for 62 yards, passed for 152. Had the better game for completions, 19 for 32. It's just a good game for me. That's it.
Now we're moving on to Friday, September 5th. We had the Chiefs hosting the Charger. I know that it was in Brazil, but they gave the Chargers home field advantage. Justin fucking Herbert leading the Chargers to a win. Not only that, going 25 for 34 with 318 yards and 3 touchdowns. Against the Chiefs, who recently went to the Super Bowl, had a terrible loss up against the Eagles. Guys, I don't know about you. Justin Herbert's looking like a runner-up. I'm not gonna lie to you. This kid looks like a runner-up to me. You guys can hate me. You guys can love me. Chiefs fans, you can absolutely hate me. I don't care. Go right ahead. But I feel like Justin Herbert is that guy. He is that guy, and he's just coming out to prove everyone wrong. Everybody looks down on him, but I'm glad that he's finally standing up after losing his virginity to Madison Beer, finally. Congratulations, buddy. You did great. What I would like to point out, though, you know who looked really good? Hollywood Brown. Now,
That was not who I thought you were gonna say, honestly.
Now, Xavier Worthy. Um, might have got taken out by his own teammate. I'm not saying it was intentional or purposeful, but it looked intentional or purposeful. Hollywood Brown came out for 10 receptions and 99 yards. The kid and his route running, though, looked explosive. It looked clean. And Quentin Johnson finally knows how to use his hands. That's a plus.
So, whenever we were watching the game, they played an interesting graphic, and it was talking about quarterbacks and their playoff wins. You want to know how many Justin Herbert has? Shoot out a number real quick. How many playoff wins does Justin Herbert have with the Chargers?
0.
0.
Exactly. Um, this year he's gonna win. He's gonna lead his team to their very first playoff win with him, and obviously Mahomes did his normal crazy passes like always, um, and he's probably gonna win some dumbass award again because the NFL just loves that. Kelsey looked good. Everybody was kind of dick riding him, saying, "Oh, he looks like he's playing like he's 20 years old again." He's a 35-year-old dude. He's not playing like he's 20. His knees are butter. Um, I would like to. I'm gonna talk about Hollywood Brown for a second. Buddy had 16 targets, 10 receptions, 99 yards, 0 touchdowns, but Buddy looked good. And then if we go to the other side, Quentin Johnston, you might be him now. You're telling me you have hands? You finally have fucking hands? And then Keenan Allen getting back in there, old as shit, but still playing pretty good. But Herbie's the GOAT. I think he's definitely going to do really good this year. He could be a dark horse MVP candidate. But, we'll see as the season goes on. Thank you for your time.
Just a little bit of thoughts and onions. Herbert could be a dark horse, but I want to see more. Quentin Johnston does actually have hands. That's it. No, I didn't watch the game. That's all I've got.
Okay.
At least he's
Short and
honest
sweet.
about it. Like, at least he's like, you know what? Yeah, I can't even talk about it. I didn't even fucking watch it, dude.
We're just going off of stats, baby.
At least he's not like pulling shit out and be like, look, Travis Kelsey is the GOAT. Hollywood Brown was meh.
Herbert's going to this fucking Super Bowl this year. All right, hear me out.
To Sunday, let's first look at this
Don't give me that look.
Buccaneers-Falcons game. Hosted at Atlanta. Buccaneers coming off with an absolute upset with a game-winning throw to the rookie and a 23-20 win. We saw Michael Penix, or Penis Jr. out there. He didn't really like being called a penis, so I'm going to refrain from calling him penis because he actually kind of scared me in that one video. Went 27 for 42 and 298 yards. You want to know who that one passing touchdown was to? Their running back, Bijan Robinson, who had a better game than Hollywood Brown, then Michael Pittman, then Jerry Jeudy, almost CeeDee Lamb, Garrett Wilson. Bijan Robinson, their running back, had 6 receptions for 100 yards and 1 touchdown. Bijan is that guy. He is that guy. He is definitely that YN for Atlanta. I'm like, that kid's scary. his elusiveness, his catching ability, like everything about that kid, he is scary. He's a scary running back to play against. And then we got Baker Mayfield. Can't forget about Baker Mayfield. 5 carries for 39 yards. Had a pretty good game. Baker Mayfield looked good out there.
Buddy's dick riding over here.
Yeah.
Shut up. You look like a gay Doofenshmirtz, and Noah, you have the greasiest hair I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's wet. It's just wet. I just got out the shower.
Christian,
We've been over
as
this.
the days go on, your insults become so much worse. Like, they used to be so good, and now they're just so dog shit. You look like a gay Doofenshmirtz. Shut the fuck up. That's all I gotta do.
Buddy's raging over here. I got Buddy rage baited over here.
My hair's just wet. That's it.
Shut up, fat ass. Anyways.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry.
Do we got any thoughts and onions about this game?
I have thoughts on onions.
Okay.
I don't like onions.
I think Baker will be in the top 3 of MVP voting this year. And another very hot take, I think he could lead them to the conference championship this year.
Is that a hot take or?
It's a hot take. I think it's possible. Offense looks really good. Baker just needs to clean up his game a little bit more. There were some scary balls that he threw near the defense, but they just couldn't come away with the picks. But I think Atlanta also found their franchise guy. Penix looked really good. Amazing, like, medium and deep balls on him. Only thing is he really likes to play a little bit dangerous. And that run he had, fuck, dude, that was good. That was good, dude. That was really, really good.
Also,
Baker and his fucking cannon.
For anyone who chose Kyle Pitts in fantasy, he might be back.
I think he had like 13 points. He's not back. But Baker and his cannon, he looked really dangerous. And did y'all see Emeka Ibuka literally wanted that post route? He was talking about it, and he was like, "Yeah, if I get it, I'm scoring." And he won it late in the game. That's how he won. I mean, absolute dog move. He is going to be a great receiver there.
Yeah, coming off with 2 touchdown catches. Just as a rookie, I mean, that's not a bad start. If he can keep playing the way that he was playing, he can set some sort of records. He might even, maybe, be a Rookie of the Year candidate. But he's going to have to show consistency behind how he just played. No, you got anything? We're just hearing.
just hearing.
That's
I did
all
not
I'm hearing.
watch most of these games. So don't give me a thumbs down. I couldn't.
Out there. Now moving on to the Bengals versus Browns game, where the Bengals came out 17-16, and they're saying that the Bengals defense leads the way to the 17-16 win over the Browns opener. I'm just gonna say this. I disagree with that statement. I don't agree with it. We'll never agree with it. That was one of the boring games. I don't really got much to say on that because I didn't really watch it. Because the Bengals organization bores me. So does the Browns. Except that hit by Myles Garrett to Joe Burrow. Scary ass hit. That was a scary ass hit by Myles Garrett. But I mean, you see a gigantic 6'5", 290-pound black man running at you. That's probably about 99.9% mass and 1% fat. I mean, that would probably be pretty scary, especially to Noah right there. Any thoughts or onions on this one?
Didn't watch it.
I think we learned a lot from this game. We learned that Zach Taylor will more than likely be fired at the end of the season because he just can't do anything with this high-powered Bengals offense. He sucks, and he's just like, in my eyes, he's like Matt Nagy. He's good for 1 year, helps the team get to the playoffs, even though they got way further than we'd ever did, and then he just kind of shits the bed. The main question is, can Zach Taylor really get this team going? Another thing we learned is that Joe Flacco, at the age of 40, can rip some darts. I mean,
Yep.
There were some beautiful balls he was throwing. The Bengals line is still really dog shit, and Myles Garrett will always be that game wrecker. Like, him and Micah are the two best edges in the NFL. And the fact that Myles Garrett is that terrifying is fucking crazy. We're going to talk about that hit that he had on Joe Burrow, like Christian was talking about earlier. The speed he had was insane. He came out of nowhere. But other than that, I didn't realize Noah Fant was on the Bengals until he caught that touchdown.
I also did not. I also did not know that. I thought he was still on the Seahawks for some reason.
I thought he was in Denver still, honestly.
You know what? I think Myles Garrett should be a part of a winning franchise. You know what would make him scary? You know what would make him scarier? Him in a Packers uniform alongside Micah Parsons. Imagine being a rookie or just a quarterback in general, and you have Micah Parsons chasing after you at probably 19 miles per hour, and then you got a gigantic Myles Garrett, 6'5", 295 pounds, of nothing but pure muscle chasing after you.
That's just straight Madden talk right there for you.
I'm just saying, no, it's not Madden talk. If you put those two on a defensive line,
the only way that would ever happen is in someone's Madden franchise where they basically just they turn it to easy trade mode, and then they're like, oh, I'm going to get the best D-line. I'm going to put Micah on one side, Miles on the other, and in the middle, I'm probably going to go with Quinnen Williams.
That's some shit I would pull.
I wasn't paying attention or looking for him, but I want to give a shout out to Mason Graham. I think he's going to be a really good defender in this league. And also, we're not talking about actual really, really good pick the Browns made. Carson Schwessinger, the first pick in the second round, actually played really, really good for them today, and mad props on them for getting him.
Moving on to the next game that really, really surprised me the most. We're talking about Tua turned the ball over versus Danny Dimes and the Colts versus Dolphins. The Colts blowing out the Dolphins 33-8. Daniel Jones opened up the season opener for the Colts. 22 for 29, 272 yards, and 1 touchdown. You got to get... I mean, to be fair, you've seen multiple Giants players whenever they left the Giants and went to a different franchise, how they looked. This is a good example right here. Daniel Jones. Look at the game he just had. Saquon Barkley just won a Super Bowl. Kadarius Toney had 2 Super Bowls. How do we feel, though, about the Dolphins?
Mid.
This was another big kind of statement game. This either proves that Daniel Jones is good, which I don't believe. I think it proved that the Dolphins were just that ass and that Mike McDaniel is not the answer. I did not realize Zach Wilson won in the game until I pulled up the stats. Tua had a 2.7 QBR. Now, I don't know if he can read defenses anymore, because his head's just too messed up, or it's just jello up there, but how is he going to be a successful quarterback if he can do that? Congratulations, Miami. You got yourself either Cade Klubnik or Garrett Nussmeier.
I'm just going to say this. McDaniel is not your answer. Tua is not your answer anymore. He had 1 touchdown to 3 turnovers total. 2 of them being interceptions, 1 of them being a fumble. And you have surrounded him with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Devon Achane, Malik Washington. Like, you've gotten him elite receivers, elite running backs, and you lost to the Colts, who really have no defense. Dolphins, you literally have surrounded Tua with nothing but elite players. And yet y'all got held into the fourth quarter to 8 points only. I don't know what to say about this franchise. Quite frankly, I think I'm just I can't really say anymore. This is a disappointing franchise overall.
Noah, you got any thoughts or onions on this one?
Tua, like, straight ass. All I gotta say. Fuck the Tide. We're leaving that in, right?
Yeah, of course we're leaving that in.
Okay.
Yeah, I could get my footing.
I could see.
Guys, special guest is gonna be Kaylee. That's my sister. She's built like the next upcoming Micah Parsons. Sorry, DK Metcalf. At the Raiders versus Patriots, where the Raiders pulled off the upset against the Patriots 20-13. Ashton Gianti.
Butchered that name.
No, baby. Huh?
Butchered that name.
What do you mean?
Ashton Genty. Gianti.
That's
Dumbass.
Geno Smith going 24 for 34, 362 passing yards and a touchdown. Genty having a touchdown but 38 yards.
Look at you.
He looks pretty good out there. Whatever. He looks good out there.
Sean Taylor?
Notre Dame. I'm sorry. I'll stop talking. If
With you and your oily hair and your snowy avalanche dandruff, I don't want you.
If I can't see you, you don't exist.
Trust me, the entire world, especially NASA's satellites, can see you.
How about now?
Dylan, how are we feeling about that Patriots game?
Oh,
damn it, he's back.
Drake May needs to show that he can ball. Vrabel, I think, is a good coach and could lead this team back to playoff contention, but it's going to take a little bit. But on the other side, I mean, Will Campbell looked really, really good out there, except there were a few calls, and everybody else on the O-line looked like dog shit. Mad Max, he lost so much weight and looks so much slimmer now, so he's going to be a problem on defense. Keyshawn Butte, the receiver for the Pats, he should be used more, and I think he's a really good receiver. He's very shifty, and he's an LSU guy, so he really could be elite. Honestly, any LSU receiver is good. And Dante Thornton, remember that name?
He didn't have a bad game. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, pretty decent game. But he didn't really have that game that popped out a whole lot, in my opinion. Now moving on to Noah's shitty ass team, the Saints, losing against Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, 20-13. I didn't really watch this game. Both franchises bore me. Kyler Murray threw 2 touchdown passes. Saints defense looking disappointing as always. Spencer Rattler looking like complete dog shit.
So, Kyler will always look the same to me. And no matter how much hype that he gets, I will never truly believe in him. Kamara is still a fantastic player in the NFL. And I think him and Kendre Miller are a really, really good duo. Kellen Moore's first game, I mean, he didn't really want Rattler to throw the ball too much in the beginning, but then slowly as the game went on, he kind of let Rattler go. James Conner, nasty stiff arms. But it did get called back due to a penalty. And then Kyler was able to navigate the pocket very well with his size, and I do believe that Trey McBride could be the best fantasy tight end at the end of the season.
The Saints are in a rebuild year. Well, they have been for a while. Ever since Drew Brees left. We suck. We'll always suck for a while till we find the right guy. And if we find the right guy, find the right coach, who knows? Pigs will fly again. It won't happen. We suck. Like Florida. We suck.
Moving on to the shootout, including Dylan's favorite quarterback of all time that he has his own personal crush on. I'm talking about none other than Justin Fields and the Jets. Coming up just a little short. Surprisingly, they played pretty decent. Coming up a little short up against the Pittsburgh Steelers, 34-32. Aaron Rodgers, for his age, I bet you he went into the game high. I'm telling you this now. He went in zooted off of his ass. Went in 22 for 30, 244 yards, and 4 passing touchdowns.
I mean, this was a good A-Rod Bowl. I mean, they literally just swapped teams. And Justin's legs have always really been scary to other teams, and his ability to just move outside the pocket has always been excellent. But it's just his passing that needed a lot of help. But his passing ability honestly looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
And Rodgers in the Steelers yellow, he looked very slow and stiff, but that dude can still throw a ball, and he does not give a shit who he's going to throw it to as long as he's open. A hot take here, I think Justin Fields could potentially be the Jets' savior if they play to his strengths a little bit better. Because he did start out 8 for 9 with 28 yards. And then also, Nick Folk still has it in his late 30s. And let's also bring back a little bit of an older connection that has been going on since Ohio State. The Fields to Garrett Wilson connection. Like, that is still elite. Years after playing with each other, they're still making these gorgeous, gorgeous deep balls to, like...
Everybody, I feel like, is overhyping the little Jalen Ramsey hit on Garrett Wilson. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Steelers fans. He's not as good as he used to be. He had one good hit. One good hit. That's it. That's all he will have for the rest of the season. And that's all that anyone who glazes Jalen Ramsey as still one of the greatest, we'll see this season. I'm sorry to say it, but I'm not sorry at the same time. He's not as good as he used to be. However, you know what name still rings a bell? Breece Hall. Breece Hall looked pretty decent. 19 carries, 107 yards. He's a little shifty running back. And honestly, I might have to agree with you on the Justin Fields being the savior. He barely lost up against a team with a pretty decent veteran defense. I mean, he didn't really look that bad. And I was pretty impressed. That's really all I gotta say. Noah, any thoughts and onions?
Did not watch.
Moving on to the Giants versus the Commanders with Daniels obviously leading a pretty fair 21-6 win. We got to see Deebo Samuel play in a Commanders uniform. He went for 7 for 77. I believe he had some rushes in there. Yeah, he had one rush for 19 yards and a touchdown. He didn't look bad. But what's scary right now is he's looking to beat out Terry McLaurin for the wide receiver 1 spot.
He's not. I don't think he's gonna beat Scary Terry at that, because Scary Terry, they're two completely different players. Terry is a deep threat. throw it up, just go for him. And Debo is a yak guy, which is what they lacked really last year. And I think in Kingsbury's offense, he's going to use both guys as much as he can. And I think they both complement each other very well, especially playing with Jaden. And neither of them have to worry about losing their jobs right now.
That's actually good to hear, but you know who is having to worry about losing his job, and it will happen next week? Russell Wilson.
Oh, I have some stuff deep on him.
The coach has said that he will not be starting Russell Wilson next week, which is looking promising for one guy I've been excited to watch, Mr. Jackson Dart himself. Also, before you go on your rant about Russell Wilson being absolute dog shit, Scatabo,
Mr. Skibbity himself,
Mr. Skibbity himself,
he's going to give himself a horrible concussion one of these days.
He's scary. He's scary. He runs like he doesn't even care if he gets CTE or not. He runs like he wants it. He wants it. What do you want to say about your player, Mr. Russell Wilson?
Don't ever let Rush cook ever again. Brian Dable,
Rush cook?
please kill him. He is cooking boiling chicken. And that chicken is still pink inside. No season. Just chicken and water. Because that's all you're going to fucking get out of him. Absolute nothing. On the other side, though, Jaden Daniels, he's an absolute dog. But I want to bring out this one play that really stuck with me. That so much to the point where I was talking about it at school because it was just that funny. There was a play where Abdul Carter had a clear rush straight to Jaden Daniels. Now, Jaden Daniels is very shifty. He can move around the pocket very, very well, so I'm not making fun of him in any way, shape, or form. But Abdul Carter, with his speed, his strength, and his size, Buddy decides to run up to Jaden Daniels like this. Take notes, guys. This is how you rush a quarterback. I am not kidding. You can go and look it up. It is fantastic to watch.
Noah, any thoughts or onions, or what are we looking at? Didn't watch the game? Yeah.
You already know.
Okay, moving on to the next game where we look at Bryce Young doing the same thing as he always does, disappointing the Panthers. Even though we literally looked at him last year, he was looking good. He was looking to be on a comeback, finding himself. He played us for a fool. I got some words for Bryce Young. Start playing football. Start playing football. You're not playing football. You're playing football like it's a day-to-day job, and you're struggling at it. You're not playing football like it should be played. You're playing like, okay, guys, let's go out there and give it our best and have fun. No, you're not playing like, hey, let's go out there, let's win, let's prove to them who the Panthers are. You're disappointing Panthers organization right now. You're disappointing me. Also, we saw the ETN brothers going head to head. However, one ETN played a lot better than the other ETN. Trevor ETN for the Panthers with one carry for 4 yards. Whew. Averaging 4 yards a carry. And then Travis Etienne, like barely beating him, rushing for 16 carries and 143 yards, averaging about 8.9 yards a carry. Just barely beating him, doubling his average yards per carry. But how do we feel about Trevor Lawrence's performance?
Trevor Lawrence still needs to prove himself. I don't believe he is a franchise quarterback. I think we'll look back in 10, 15 years and be like, wow, he really, really sucked. And the fact that he got a huge contract, he shouldn't have. He really shouldn't have. I mean, what has he made the playoffs like once in his entire time at Jacksonville? And the fact that, like, you're going against the Panthers defense, and I mean, you played an okay game other than that pick, which, I mean, J.C. Horn looked great with that interception. I mean, that was Sports Center, like, that's like Sports Center top 10 there. But I need to see more. If you're the so-called guy for Liam Cohen's offense, prove it. Prove that you're worth all that money. Prove that you deserve to be a starting quarterback in the NFL.
There's so many T's on this team. Trevor Lawrence, Brant. He's surrounded by a pretty decent offense. I'm not going to lie. He's surrounded by a decent offense. He does need to prove himself a little more, though.
We are also forgetting about Brian Thomas Jr., who had a fantastic rookie year.
Noah, any thoughts or onions, or did you also not watch this game?
Take a wild guess.
Titans versus Broncos, with the Broncos and that defense beating the Titans 22-12. Bo Nix having a pretty game, going 25 for 40, 176 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions. Rushing team, J.K. Dobbins doing pretty all right. Can we talk about that defense, though? The defense, coming off last year to this year, I like the defense. I'm excited to see what this defense has coming up. Again, I like the Denver's defense. I think they're a pretty good defense, and I feel like they could be a top 3 to number 1 defense again, honestly.
I agree with you on that. I mean, Denver's just flipped the script in these past few years, but I think Bo Nix is probably... I don't think he'll get much better than he is now, but that defense is... He doesn't have to. That defense is so good at just getting that ball out. But let's also talk about the Titans really quick. Cam Ward had his ups and downs in his first career game. But he did exactly what everyone expected him to do. He held that ball way too long. To the point where, like, he got sacked 6 times for 50 yards, dude.
I just saw that, too. 6 times. That's a problem, dude. Also, could we talk about the receiving core? Got targeted 25 times, came out with 12 receptions, most of them being wide open.
That's horrible. That is
the Titans
disgusting.
need the biggest rebuild of all time. They need, if they see Cam Ward as their franchise quarterback, they need to start building around him with a better wide receiver core, not just Tony Pollard, who... How old is this dude? He's like 30, isn't he?
I believe so.
Who literally was your highest highest receiving yards for the night. 29 receiving yards. Off of 1 reception and 1 target. That was your wide receiver 1 that day. Calvin Ridley, who's 35 years old and a walker, still playing football. And Tyler Lockett. Congratulations, y'all signed Tyler Lockett, but he's not Seattle Tyler Lockett. He's my career is going down the drain Tyler Lockett.
Didn't watch it.
I like Cam Ward as a prospect. I don't like the offense he's in. I don't think Tennessee's a good place for him. I mean, they need to get a good receiver. They need to try to trade for somebody. Fuck it. Go get Tyreek Hill from the Dolphins. He wants out. It's probably going to be between you guys and the Chiefs. Go get him and go get you a number 1 guy that you can have your rookie quarterback rely on, because that is going to be his best friend. And defense is horrible. I mean, it needs so much help. This entire team needs
Absolutely.
so much help.
I was about to say the entire team.
But I mean, that's what you get whenever you just really don't do anything for several years.
The entire team has not been good ever since, I would have to say, Marcus Mariota, Ryan Tannehill, and Derrick Henry.
I do also want to give a mad big shout out to Sean Payton. He had a huge gutsy call. I think this was just him flexing his dick. He went for it on 4th and 8. He let Bo Nix try to sail it to a crossing receiver. I don't remember which one. Bo Nix completely overthrew the guy.
Bo Nix is, like I've heard from a couple of people, he's trying to bring back a little bit more pocket passing quarterback style. Newsflash: if you're gonna bring back the pocket passer, you gotta think Tom Brady, where he was. What's the word that every quarterback should be? Oh,
Accurate.
got it. Accurate. Yeah. You gotta be accurate. You gotta throw the ball to the receiver, not 40 yards over the receiver. The Titans need a whole turnaround, though. Y'all gave up y'all's biggest stars. Y'all failed Marcus Mariota. You failed Ryan Tannehill. You gave up A.J. Brown. Look at the dude now. You gave up Derrick Henry. Look at that dude now. The sorriest teams ever. You gave up Derrick Henry for Tony Pollard. And you gave up A.J. Brown you literally drafted a wide receiver who was exactly like him, except not A.J. Brown. This team is a failing franchise.
I think the funny thing too about that draft pick of Traylon Burks is like Traylon Burks got injured instantly, and they're like, oh, when he comes back, he's gonna play so good. He played like dog shit. I don't know what they saw in him or how they were comparing him or anything like that, but he is nowhere close to A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown is in his own realm.
Whenever you compare their combines, their height, their weight, they were exactly, I'm not even playing with you, exactly alike. Whenever they showed it on the screen, I said you literally gave up a elite wide receiver for a wide receiver who's not elite but had the same combine skills. It was a total waste of a trade. Moving forward, we're going on to the 49ers versus Seahawks, with the Seahawks coming up short, 17-13. Brock Purdy putting up pretty good numbers, surprisingly. Got to give him that. Christian McCaffrey coming back healthy, but let's just be honest here. Do we think that Christian McCaffrey is coming back the same Christian McCaffrey we hoped for?
No.
He went for 22 carries, 69 yards, averaged 3.1 yards a carry, and his longest rush was 13 yards. I don't. There's a lot.
He's not the same. He will not be the same.
There's a lot to say about both of these teams. Sam Darnold played like I expected him to play, going back to his realms of a Brock Purdy playing. He's playing pretty good. He's playing like Purdy should. Pretty good. Christian McCaffrey. What the fuck? That's all I'm going to say. Just what the fuck. Cooper Kupp. What the fuck? I can't really say anything about George Kittle. George Kittle looked good.
Actually, we have some news on George Kittle. He hurt his hamstring or some. He hurt his hamstring after his scoring drive, and he is now placed on IR.
Wow, how surprising! Who could have seen that coming?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But you know, 49ers got lucky yet again because they drafted somebody last year. They drafted 50 Cent, Mr. Ricky Pearsall, and he is yet another great Niners receiver. He was making plays out there. He was getting open left and right. He looked really, really good. We also have to talk about like Tariq Woolen getting mossed by a backup tight end for the tight end's first career touchdown and catch. Are you kidding me?
Do they still have that one wide receiver?
Which one?
I don't look for him right now. Not
But
Debo.
Brandon Ayuk.
The other one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do they still have him?
They still have him. Let's also talk about Sam's Butterfingers at the end of the game. You fumbled in the red zone, buddy. You choked. You fucking choked. So damn bad. That is horrible. Like, I mean, yeah, Nick Bosa was closing in and kind of pushed your tackle into you, but you choked. You choked. That's on you, dude.
Nick Bosa is just that guy. Just gotta give him that.
He's him. I mean, if we had a him award, we would give it to Nick Bosa any day of the week. But Jalen Milroe did get in for a snap, but he only rushed it, and he only got a yard. So.
I mean, also Brock Purdy has Christian McCaffrey, who's supposedly an elite running back, not looking like that right now. Brandon Ayuk and Ricky Pearsall. You have all of that, and you only drop 17. And also Seattle, you have JSN and Cooper Kupp. Kenneth Walker
good.
too.
JSN looked fantastic. Kenneth Walker actually kind of had a bad game, but Zachary Charbonnet had an okay rushing game. But Cooper Kupp shit the bed. But JSN, dude, 9 receptions, 124 yards on 13 targets, but no touchdowns. I mean, he looked good.
Yeah, but you picked up another wide receiver one. You picked up Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really complement each other very well.
You made Cooper Kupp go from wide receiver 1 to like wide receiver 3. On to the next game from the past 3 disappointing franchises. I'm talking about the Titans, 49ers, and Seahawks. Not disappointing for Seattle or San Fran. It's just you got some edges to work around. Moving on to the Lions versus Packers game, which the Lions got absolutely blown out by the Packers. 27-13. I don't know what happened to Jared Goff. I don't know what happened to Dan Campbell. I don't know what happened to the Detroit Lions.
3 words, friend. 3 words. No Ben Johnson.
This entire offense went to dog shit. You have the greatest offense that we possibly could ever see right now. Not ever in the entire NFL. Or like NFL history. But like right now. The best offense. You took it. You shit the bed with it. I don't know how. And Jordan Love cooked you guys. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but it needs to get figured out. It needs to be situated, like heavily, like right now. It needs to be situated. You can't be having an elite offense like this, along with elite running back Jameer Gibbs, Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, David Montgomery, Isaac Tesla. You can't be having all of that. Jared Goff, by the way, and then just shitting the bed with it. Any thoughts and onions?
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Love struggled in the first half. And then, did you guys see Micah had shots in his back shots, to actually play? He looked really good. He was moving very well. I think the shots definitely helped him. But he got his first sack, and he did throw up the one. Pretty aura filled. Also, big news: Matthew Golden decided to wear 0 instead of 22. Great choice. 22 looks horrible in a receiver. Jaden Reed, he could be a really good receiver. Or he could be the next Packers like number one guy, kind of like Devontae Adams or Jordy Nelson a couple of years ago. Goff really struggled without Ben Johnson's schemes, and crazy thing, the Packers held the Lions to 48 rushing yards on the day, and the Packers defense is very scary this year. So that'd be a team I'd watch out for.
Micah Parsons, he looks way better on the Packers. He looks like after he got that contract, which is, I'm pretty sure, the now highest paying non-quarterback contract in the NFL, higher than TJ Watt and Myles Garrett and all of them. After that, he's ready to go and play. Not only that, he's ready to get his job done. He did a damn good job. I'm excited to see what he has in store for the rest of the season. And honestly, I got the Packers might be going a little far in the playoffs. Noah. Move on, I'm guessing. Move on. Got it. Going on to the Rams versus Texans game. Just quickly asking, did any of us watch this game?
I watched it.
I didn't really watch it all that much.
So I'll take over on this one real quick. Stafford
Okay.
loves to throw Puka hospital balls to the point where Puka had a huge cut right here on his eyebrow where blood started coming down after a huge hospital ball, came back in, and then got hit again on another hospital ball that cut the same area. Kyron Williams will be another Pro Bowl back this year, and he looked really good. And also, surprisingly, Stafford's back did not affect how he played at all. CJ's O-line looked horrible. They're all new guys, and they don't work well with each other. And then Kobe Durant could have the possible interception of the year. He looked really good. And also, congratulations, Matthew Stafford. He passed 16,000 yards.
Oh,
Congratulations, big guy. You deserved it.
I love me a little bit of Matty Stafford. I did hear about Puka Nacua getting thrown those little hospital balls, but the dude looks good. 10 receptions off of 11 targets, 130 yards. I mean, he looked good. But let's also not forget Matthew Stafford. You don't only have Puka, you have Devontae Adams.
I think Matthew Stafford sometimes also forgets, too, because he's so old.
I feel like some of these teams that have signed like a good veteran wide receiver or a good veteran player forgets how to utilize them. Like they just bring him in for a promotion or something. You got to use him. You got to use some of these players.
Yeah, I think they definitely kind of forget that they even have the players on their team.
And I'm surprised that Houston played like dog shit
I'm
with the defense
really not
that they
surprised.
I mean, offense, obviously, they're going to play like dog shit. But defense, I'm surprised.
I think they need to fire D'Amico Ryans. I was a big D'Amico guy early on, but I don't think he's that good anymore. I think he's finally been figured out and picked apart, and now he's just kind of getting destroyed left and right.
That's fair enough.
All right, now
Moving
on to
on.
our last two games.
Moving on to possibly going to be my game of the week. Not only the week, might be the year. I'm talking about Josh Allen and the Bills with a comeback within 5 minutes, 40-25. If you want to give your thoughts and onions before I do.
Sure, I'll go through it real quick. Mine's kind of short. King Henry is this generation's Bo Jackson. Lamar looked really, really incredible and very, very accurate. D Hop went back to his old self for a couple plays, but then went right back into senile. Um, Also, the biggest thing that you need to remember is to never count out the Winter Soldier himself.
The
And,
sheriff himself.
and he proved himself. He proved why he was the MVP. He proved why he got that big contract. He proved why he is better than Lamar. He proved why he should be a better ranking than Lamar. That is all.
Or just like to say to all the people, to all the Ravens fans who said, Lamar should have been MVP. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. 41-40. Eat my ass. And the last game, I'm gonna let Mr. Rockway take over on this one. The Bears versus JJ McCarthy. Losing on a comeback, 17-6. Losing 27-24 in the end.
All right, let me go through this first. Caleb started out really, really good. He started out going for 10 for 10, which is the first time since the 1980s for the Chicago Bears. He looked accurate and very smart going through his reads in the first half. After he went 10 for 10, his next few passes, he went 3 for 7. He missed a wide open Roman Dunze across the middle seam, and then JJ came out very slow and was sacked on both of his third down attempts. And going into the half, Jay Jettis was held to only one catch, which is insane. And let's also think about this. The Bears were down their top two corners. Caleb looked very confident with Ben Johnson's scheme in the first half, yet again. I think JJ really needed to calm down and give himself time to actually get through his reads like he finally did as the game went on and as he got more comfortable with KOC. And then the Bears defense offense mainly actually had way too many penalties, and they are not disciplined enough. The false starts need to be fixed, and the O-line, they started very strong, but they could not finish a drive without getting gassed or getting several holding calls, which also goes back to getting gassed. They need to learn how to finish a game. They need to play strong and play till the final whistle. Ben Johnson coached a decent game, but it wasn't good enough. And I think once we get all our defensive starters back, because we were down TJ Edwards, Jalen Johnson, and Kyler Gordon, I think we'll be a little bit better. And I'm just excited for next week against Detroit.
I will have to say, JJ McCarthy at first half, you have Justin Jefferson. You only held him to one reception. Throwing a pick six. You got sacked 3 times. You weren't looking promising. You had me lost. I was literally at home, and you can ask Noah this. I was at home screaming to bench you because you were not proving anything. You
was-
you
It
were
was very loud.
you were having me lose hope in you. But I'll have to say that I was humbled. I am wrong. You proved me wrong. Good comeback of the game. Caleb Williams looked good to start off. I saw his rushing as well. He did really good. Passing, did tremendous. I don't know what ended up happening in the second half, though. Defense has got to get under control as well. I will give them the interception, the pick six looked amazing. But after that, giving up 21 points in the fourth quarter and losing the game. I'm not saying, based off of this game, it's going to be the end of the Bears franchise right here. They're eliminated from playoffs. No. Honestly, I have hopes and I have a prediction that the Bears might slip in to the wild card. And I will say that I have hopes in Dylan's team right now that the Bears might slip into the wild card.
I don't. I
But
think we'll get another quarterback this year in the draft.
They've got to get the second half under control. They can control the first half, that's a good job. But the second half, you got to come in, you got to finish where you start off. And that's really all I have to say. I mean, everything else looked good, but a little accuracy needs to be worked on with Caleb Williams missing the wide open passes whenever they need to be done, especially on that DJ Moore post corner route. Overthrown straight to the sidelines. It needs some. The kinks can be worked out, obviously, throughout the season. It's just week one, but still. Caleb Williams, I feel like, is a man that can get it done. I think he still needs a little bit more time to develop. Noah, any thoughts or onions? Let me guess. Let me just take a wild guess. You didn't watch it.
So, no.
Okay. Before we finish out, we're going to bring this segment as well. The game of the week. Hi, guys. It's Christian from the Fourth and Forever podcast. My game of the week this week is going to be Buffalo versus Baltimore. And I have Josh Allen coming for the MVP back-to-back this year.
I'm Noah from the Fourth and Forever podcast. My game of the week is the Bills versus Ravens. Josh Allen for back-to-back MVP.
Hey guys, Dylan here with the Fourth and Forever podcast. My game of the week is Indianapolis versus Miami. I got Danny Dimes winning the MVP this year. Go Colts.